It seems the future of Marvel projects making their way onto Hulu is a little uncertain, at least for right now. I say this because there seems to be an internal struggle at Disney on how to handle things with Marvel's iconic brand. It is quite possible that new Marvel shows on Hulu will continue to fade away and they're not going to be replaced. This unsettled mess is kind of where we find perhaps a leadership issue that was previously hidden. But let's take a look. Here we go. So let's start in the past, okay? Just a few short months ago, in fact, August of 2021, the Hulu scripted content head, Jordan Hellman, was speaking with Deadline. The article that we have here is a result of, that conversation, and let's hit some of the high points from it. On the heels of the cancellation of the Marvel series Hellstrom, of course, there was supposed to be a Ghost Rider series, which got canceled too. But anyway, Hellstrom is canceled after just one season, and the canceled production of an additional 2 animated shows, which would have included Howard the Duck and Tigra and Dazzler, right? Hellman talked with Deadline and said specifically, Marvel continues to be an incredibly important partner and one of the biggest generators of content within the Disney ecosystem. So we're excited about the possibility of what may lie in the future with regards to the Hulu Marvel partnership or relationship. I don't know, one of those 2 words anyway. And he made those comments around the time that he was deciding the fate of MODOK's 2nd season, which was still being evaluated, and he answered the question about MODOK this way: we have not yet made that determination yet. Now, there's a couple of Marvel series then that they were going to be making those determinations. Well, when Marvel Television became defunct in 2019 because it was rolled into Marvel Studios underneath, obviously, Kevin Feige, but Jeff Loeb lost his job. He had a sense of direction with where he wanted to take things on the television side, but it seems like the leadership overall wanted it all under one umbrella, and we'll get to that at the end. So lots of those television branded labeled projects, whatever you want to call them, they lost steam, and MODOK and some of the others seem to be the last remaining projects that were held over from the previous label. And of course, their futures now seem very bleak. There's a lot of articles out there to support that. A recent article, actually here, dives into the likely demise of both Hitmonkey and MODOK. And I have to agree with their conclusions because they all are citing the same kinds of sources and the same statements from similar people, and it was all because of this winter meeting that just occurred. But anyway, they cite 2 social media posts from 2 sources in this article that say almost the identical thing, verbatim. I mean, it's ridiculous. Marvel will make decisions for the brand as far as the future of Marvel on Hulu, or even these projects. And in a similar article here, a short time before that, like a day before, on The Direct, which is, again, a very positive spinning website when it comes to these franchise properties, they point out the uncertainty as well at Marvel and Hulu, or with Marvel and Hulu, or however you want to say it. They sum up their thoughts about the MCU on Hulu by saying that there are no immediate plans for the MCU there. Interesting. Weird language. Finally, over at Comic Book, the thread remains the same, and so do the quotes. But there is a good piece of news that came out of all of this, and a quote I didn't find in a whole lot of other places, and maybe you've heard it reported already, but we're getting an R-rated Deadpool film, according to Feige's own words, on January 11th. And I'm quoting from Mr. Feige. It will be R-rated. We are working on a script right now. It will not be this year. At least not the filming. Ryan is a very busy, very successful actor. We've got a number of things we've announced already that we now have to make, but it's exciting for it to have begun. Again, a very different character in the MCU, and Ryan is a force of nature, which is just awesome to see him bring that character to life. So it sounds like he's all in. So at least that's something. But I have to say that there is definitely uncertainty surrounding the future of Marvel at Hulu. I would even speculate that it's very near its end. I don't know if that's speculation anymore. I'm almost convinced of it. To me, it's actually not surprising because we get back to the leadership thing we talked about at the very beginning. Feige wants the reins of all of his titles. Anything linked to Marvel needs to be under his umbrella. Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad, but at least you have a leader that will have some direction overall for all of these various properties. Perhaps this will finally give a singular voice to Marvel. That would be good. Or maybe it's going to be very, very bad. But what do you think? Do you think Marvel is toast at Hulu? Think it has a chance of coming back? Do you think there are going to be more Marvel shows launched at Hulu? Hard to say. I don't think so. Do you think that Hulu is better off creating their own unlinked content that's just original projects? And that's more where I'm tipping right now. And do you think there's any chance at all that MODOK or Hitmonkey will survive to another season? And I gave you my answer. I don't think so. But please leave your commentary down below when we can definitely talk about it. Also, be certain to support other independent creators out here on the platform. Believe it or not, I think you already know this, YouTube is favoring corporate content creators. They also lean heavily into the metrics in the algorithm that show your interest. So subscribing to a content creator, giving them a like, going, with the commentary area and giving them their thoughts on what they're doing, your thoughts, of course, and obviously sharing anything that they've put together goes a long, long way. And believe me, they're out there working hard for you, and the corporate content creators are not. With that being said, I'll end the video the same way I always do. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. It really is. I know I keep saying it. You should believe it. And until next time, bye. Hey there, one last quick note before I let you go, and before we make it to the end of this video. CultureCasino, have a brand new Teespring store. That's right, you can now go to Teespring, look up CultureCasino, or use the link in the video below, and pick out some handsome and beautiful CultureCasino merchandise with many different designs and styles and colors, many different items. I was actually surprised at all of the things that you could create, and I have some more designs and items on the way here shortly. But, if you want to support the channel in that way, there is some merch. Otherwise, here comes the ending. Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.